Greetings from just across the New York-New Jersey border in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. We're getting set for kickoff in here. Partner, I'm really focused on the start of this game. Both teams emphasize what happens here right at the jump.
And that's why that so many of these teams spend so much time all week, Mike, on what they call their opening script. It's not just a series of plays that they like and they just kind of throw darts at the wall. It's how do you unmask the defense? How do you set up future plays and future possessions as the game unfolds? So much time and energy is spent on these first couple drives. I'm with you. I'm excited to see how do they come out, how aggressive, and where do they think the weaknesses of their opponent lie.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Dragon 60. Ready. Ready.
Throwing now from the gun. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Going up top. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Oh, how about the coverage there? Met and dropped before he can get a return go. On the ground, it's Allen. And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes away.
This one popped in the air and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Here's a run. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Second and goal.
Here we go.
They'll look to run with McCaffrey. He slams it in there, and he is in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, Falcons. The extra point is up and through. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Jaden Reed. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Falcons with the early lead. More from... after this. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Here we go.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. He is in. George Kittle. Touchdown, Atlanta.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
Here we go, sack.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field, and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball.
On the ready.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Jets will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
And he proves tough to bring down. Good running across midfield, a gain of 8 that time. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by Richard Sherman. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Now, faking the give. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
He's going to let this one go deep. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and, man, they were this close to coming away with it.
That is caught. What a throw. Kyle hits. Touchdown, Falcons.
This is the Madden Championship Series from USAA Stadium. As the official salute-to-service partner of Madden and the NFL, USAA is proud to serve the military community and their families. Hello all, Kate Scott up here in the booth, and joining me as always, my partner Brock Heward. All right, Brock, everyone hoping we see a competitive contest here, and both teams feel they can provide that.
Yeah, this should be a good one. I mean, you just stack these two teams up. We've all done our homework. They've done a lot more practice time and film watching and everything else. But by all accounts, the numbers will tell you, the talent will tell you, we're going to have a competitive chess match, and I can't wait to watch it.
Okay, ready?
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Back. Go.
Get the fullback involved here. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Ready, break. Let's go now. Ready.
Dropping back to throw. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 4. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And it sets up 1st down. We slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Stretch the eagle. Come on, come on.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he gets this forward to the 19. Working quickly here.
Cowboy 80. 79.
1st down from the red zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they face 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Throwing from the gun here. And the defender comes away with it.
Red zone defense, it is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away, that is a gold star effort by the defense.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10.
19 Lions. Ready. Ready.
Throwing now, off play action. Searches from the pocket. They connect on the deep shot. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Now right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid.
Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They've got a first to begin the frame. Reeled in by George Kittle. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown.
We are about 15 miles north of downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. We've got a couple of teams, Greg, that can make it happen with the defensive front. That's going to be a huge focus on this game.
With the importance of the passing game in today's NFL, Mike, you know how great it is to be able to disrupt that timing and throw off the quarterback's rhythm. And no better way to do that than by being able to get after them, especially with your defensive line. You don't have to blitz. You don't have to bring a fifth rusher. Keep that secondary intact. If this defensive line can cause havoc in the pocket for this quarterback, it's going to go a long way towards slowing down what's been a very good offense.
First play from the 25, and they'll throw. He's going to air one out right away. And that is incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots, even though they weren't able to connect. It's going to have an impact.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. We're about ready now for the punt. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Lamb. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
This one intercepted. And the Falcons will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he's going to pick up the first down. That's a nice run, taking it up past the 30-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll throw out of the gun.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
And that'll wind up incomplete. triple zeros on the clock. The first quarter has come to an end. Here's the punter now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. First and 10 now from the 36. He'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
One will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
Ready.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. Into space. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Atlanta. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception, and now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a second interception, but this...
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. CeeDee Lamb to return it from his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. They go play action. Griffin rolling to his right.
That is incomplete. That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here we go.
To throw is RG3. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Quickly into the hands of Neighbors off the RPO. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it, got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Open man right side is Ingram. So nothing doing there. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw, here's Nix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
My dad used to tell me all the time when you go ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. They go to Johnson again. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Now it's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as they've got it second down and 12. Throwing Nix. Flushed out right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
On the sneak, it's Nix. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. On the sneak, it's Nix. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Griffin to throw. This ball down the field for Pitts. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Play action. It's Griffin. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Baron Browning with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw is Nix. He sets to fire deep. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown.
Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. So good to have you here with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson getting set for kickoff here. Greg, no matter how many ways we look at this game, it always comes down to one stat, doesn't it? How you taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it's just so crazy, Mike, that every single week, no matter how complex these matchups get and how many factors there are to determining who wins and who loses any game in the NFL, at the top of the list, the most important metric that everybody studies, can you protect the ball on offense and can you take it away on defense? And I don't think today's matchup is any different. Can you be aggressive and take care of the ball? And on defense, if you get your opportunity to take it away and give it back to your offense, you've got to make the play.
Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. Picked off by Richard Sherman.
Early in the game, Mike, sometimes you just can't resist. First play, let's chuck it deep. Let's see if we can get this defense on their heels early. Well, we just saw worst case scenario when doing just that. Not only can you not connect, the ball falls into the waiting arms of this defense, and that one shot is all you got on your opening possession.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Back to throw.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
And this will not be a spike. He faked it. Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to rattle. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Detroit.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here. Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
The motion man is Johnson. That's taken in, and he'll be out of bounds, but has the 1st down. They took the chance, threw it on 4th down, and they end up with 1st and goal. So Kittle comes in motion. 1st and goal, and here's Montgomery. And a wall of bodies ready to greet him. He'll take this down to the 4. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. Here now, 2nd down and goal. One more time with Montgomery. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's going nowhere on this one. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it is 4th and goal.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now,
and this will pay off. It is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well,
under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. To break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. One quarter in the book. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. He'll drop to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the side.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. It's Aiden Hutchinson, former number 2 overall pick, in there to bring him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This defense pinning their ears back, coming to get him again. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka maneuvering in there to bring his man down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll push it downfield. This one for Kittle. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. This is caught. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. They get 29 yards. A big pickup on 4th down. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Throwing now on 1st and 10. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the 1st down, get down. The drive continues. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. They'll stick with him again. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. Now here's 2nd and goal. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short. The Falcons sending out the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. No issues there. This one is good. And the Falcons are on the board. They cut the lead to 6-3. Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. On 2nd down, Allen. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Like we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset. But as always, there's the exception to every rule.
He fires downfield for Pitts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
The second down throw is incomplete.
You air it out like that on these big shots downfield. They're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those, try to generate a little bit of a spark. Well, at some point, if I'm this quarterback, I think I'm going to start testing somebody else in this secondary. I mean, he's already...
Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense, they were ready for it. They were all over that one. And the failure to connect on the fake punt is going to lead to a turnover on downs. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. From the gun, Josh Allen. A dive and a catch. Incredible. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down. They send a receiver in motion left. Off the play fake, here's Allen. Look wide, get this one complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
So not quite first and goal. It's first and 10. They're pretty close. On the handoff, it's Montgomery. And this is a good run. He gets back down to about the 6-yard line. The motion man is Johnson. One more time for Montgomery. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. They'll try to pick this up with a jet sweep. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. This one caught just past the pylon. Touchdown, Lions. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. This taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He fires downfield for Pitts. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Back to the air once more on second down. A wide open receiver downfield. This one is caught. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This to get back to a one-possession game. This one is hooking, and he